Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to talk about the reduce high order function. So reduce is the most powerful and the most confusing high order function in a Swift. And if you truly understand reduce, you understand the functional programming. In this video we are not just using the reduce, we are going to build Swift's reduce function from scratch. And by the end it will finally make sense. So let's simplify reduce by saying what is reduce function. So reduce combines all the element of a collection into a single value. It reduces many values into a one final result, we can say. So let's understand by taking an example. So for that, let us suppose I'm having a number array of number in that 1 2 3 4 value, and now I'm going to use the reduce. So I will use reduce in my number array. So reduce will accept the initial value. I will pass the initial value 0, and after that having a one closure. In this case I will having a result and number. Now I will return result plus number. Basically I am getting a sum of array. I am doing addition of all the numbers 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now let's print the both number and reduce value. Now printing the reduced value. Yeah, so my reduced value is 10, means I have done the addition of all the elements of an array. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 6, and 6 plus 4 10. So here's the correct value. Now let understand the syntax of our reduce function. So first let's get syntax. To store the reduce value, I'm making a result. Here I will have a collection and will use reduce. So reduce first need an initial value. In the bracket we have to pass the initial value, and after that we are having a closure. Like in that closure, first I will have a partial value, means partially accumulated value, and element from an array, and at the end we have to return the condition. Like in case of addition I will have to sum partial value plus result. Now when I explain in detail, like initial values are a starting point, like from which value I have to start. So in the above case I have started my value from 0. If I will pass 1, then it will start from 1 and my output will be 11. It can be of any like string, 0, anything. Now after that I am having a partial value from the syntax. So partial value is a accumulated value. What do you mean by accumulated value? So here the accumulated value means partially calculated. For example, initially it will be a 0, and after the first iteration, like 0 plus 1, the result will be a 1. So the partial accumulated value after the first iteration will be a 1, and after the second iteration I can say 1 plus 2, it will be a 3. So it will be a partially accumulated value, I can say. And next is element. So basically element is the next value, I can say, not next, I can say the value from collection, means array. And after that we are returning the updated result. Here I can say updated result in short term. it's a final result value. So this is the syntax of our reduce high order function. So now let's go and create a custom reduce function. Custom reduce function. Yeah, so for that I have to extend the array. Now let's create a function with name custom reduce of generic type result, and here I will create a two parameters. First will be initial value and after next will be a next partial result. So let's create a two parameter initial result and other one will be a next partial result, which will accept result plus element, and it will return a new result, and after that our function will return a result. Let's write code inside the function. First I will create a variable to hold the result value partially calculated. So initially it will hold our initial value, and now it create a loop. So inside the loop, like we will do the calculation, like our next partial value, next partial result. Here I am passing this result means accumulated value plus the new element, and when this iteration will be complete means our condition is done, means we have calculated all the values, and after that we will return result. So our custom reduce function is done. So let's use this. Here I have to pass the initial value, which will be a 0, and next partial value. So here I'm using the result, and I can say number, and in the return statement I will use result plus number. So let's print the custom reduce value. Let's run our code. Yeah, now it's giving me a 10 value, which is a correct. So this is how custom reduce function we can make, and this is a very important topic from the interview perspective, I can say. And internally how Swift inbuilt reduce function works.